Welcome to this edition of Wake Up and Live with the Arts. I am Sue Johnson, your co-host, along with Gary Webster to my right, and we are here to welcome three special. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, Sue. Good to be here. Glad to be sitting in the co-host chair.
Co-host chair, and so as a result, I'm going to give you the honor of introducing our first special guest of the evening.
Our guest is Marlene Jackson, the manager of grant making and services for the United Black Fund of Greater Cleveland. And Marlene, it's great to have you here this evening.
It's great.
Welcome to our Wake Up and Live with the Arts.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Yes. Now, Marlene, you are associated with the United Black Fund of Greater Cleveland. But before you became associated with the United Black Fund, tell us a little bit about who you are and how you came to be the program manager.
What happened? First of all, I want to thank you for inviting me.
You're more than welcome. We've been trying to get you for over a year.
Yes, I know. It's been hectic, but I made it.
Okay.
I made it. Actually, what happened was I met Ruby Terry during the Katrina episode when all that was going on, and I had a program that CARE.
Okay.
And that's where we had we had 3 stores out at the Randall Mall, and Ruby was on my board.
And Ruby Terry is now the current executive director.
Ruby Terry is the executive director of the United Black Fund of Greater Cleveland, and she was referred to me at that particular time. They said I needed a fiscal agent, and I said, "What's a fiscal agent?"
As many small nonprofit organizations need to learn
what's a fiscal agent. And they said, call Ruby Terry. And I called her, and I told her what was in my heart, what I wanted to do, and she said, absolutely. I'll support you. She said, you will be your fiscal agent. And that's how I met Ruby Terry. We worked together very closely during the Katrina tragedy and helping as many people that came to Cleveland and people to went back home. And after it was over, I just sort of went back home and kind of sat back and said, okay, I'm just going to kind of cool out and retire a little bit. And she called me and said, hello. Guess what? I got something out for you to do.
Okay.
So that's how the relationship developed, and I became the manager of grant making at the United Black Fund.
And so how many years ago was that?
I've been working at United Black Fund for 2 years now.
Okay. Oh, you seem like one of those seasoned veterans, because I met you last year through United Black Fund, because the last cycle we had the honor and the pleasure of being a recipient of United Black Fund grant during the last cycle.
I'm just seasoned, period.
Okay, we won't say you've been around the block or anything
I'll
like
just
that.
say I'm just seasoned.
And you came to see our Play Acts performances recently.
Absolutely.
And I'm finding out more and more, Gary, about I like to use this word renaissance for some of our guests, because they are not limited to just 1 or 2 things, but you have kind of a whole repertoire of things that interest you on the hobby level, the avocation level. What are some of the other things you're into besides the grant-making services?
Well, on a personal level, I love to sing gospel music.
Okay.
And I'm active in the choir and very active in the church.
Well, you can do a shout-out about what church you sing at if you like.
Absolutely. I don't sing at that particular church. We have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful praise team. But New Life Cathedral is the church that I belong to. And I don't sing at that particular church, but I do sing in a wonderful group called New Spirit.
Okay.
And that's the group that I sing in. And we truly enjoy singing gospel songs. And New Spirit is a group of women from churches all over the city of Cleveland. And they just sort of come together. They love singing. And that's what we do.
Now, when you're not singing gospel and lifting your voice in praise unto high, then you are down to earth here. I already heard you were a Virgo. You told me. You're doing great, great work. You, Ruby Terry. Is Celeste Terry still involved?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not only is she involved, oh my goodness. Let's see. We have a global talk radio.
No, I don't know
we
that.
We have a global internet talk show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. With, which Celeste.
She's still the host.
Yes, she is. And we have a virtual office on the internet. of
Okay.
which Celeste is the host, and she's now a renowned author and lecturer. So
Oh,
we're,
right.
we're excited about the development, what's going on over there at UBF. We
If you-
really are.
And more than just what Celeste is doing with your internet technology and all this stuff that's beyond me. I came from an era of yellow legal pads and pens.
Yeah, but if you've got to keep up, you've got to keep up.
Well, they're dragging me. We're working on our own website, and of course, we do YouTube clips of our programs along with the the cable stations where we broadcast our Wake Up and Live with the Arts. But not only about Celeste going on, the things that she's doing with the internet and her radio show, etc., but the United Black Fund itself has a great deal of upcoming events that our public should know about, our viewers.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes. Okay. So then coming up June 26th, we have your United Black Fund Associate Board's fabulous 10th anniversary soul food cook-off
absolutely.
at Thistledown, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And then after we stuff ourselves with all this soul food cooking, we have a breather until August 3rd, where United Black Fund's 18th Cleveland Browns alumni celebrity golf tournament at the Hawthorne Valley Country Club.
Oh, that sounds very distinguished.
Yes.
Ziggy, and that's really.
Is
really
Tiger going to be
nice.
there?
I don't know. He might come this year.
He might come this year.
Actually, I don't think that's the truth, but we would love to have him there. But usually that's hosted the Browns, alumni Browns, and they bring in different celebrities,
Okay.
Browns, and different people in the city, different companies, and they come in and just have a ball. Just have a ball. It's a day of golfing and just
And
having.
then we finish out the year, at least I guess we finish out the year on December 4th, with the 26th annual holiday auction at the Cleveland State Wolstein Center.
Yes, and that's always one that people truly enjoy because that's the time you can come and you can do your Christmas shopping as
Yes.
you eat hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres, yes.
You can do your Christmas as you eat hors d'oeuvres and possibly have a cocktail.
A cocktail. And mingle.
And mingle.
Mingle, mingle, mingle.
And then
yes.
bid on the gift. that you want.
So
it's a lot of fun.
how do you acquire the items that go up for bids at this auction?
They are donated. They're donated. We have wonderful people that support United Black Fund, and they know the events that we have. United Black Fund, that's how we're not an agency that receives funding from the government. We raise our money that supports our agencies. And so many of our supporting companies and friends, because we call them the friends donors of UPS, they're right there for us. They're right
Okay.
there for us.
What kind of organizations come to United Black Fund? Hands out, please, please fund our organization.
Well, it's interesting because we have all sorts. We have organizations that have never, people that have never 501c3. They have to be, first of all, they have to be nonprofit.
501c3.
That's correct.
Now, do you allow them to have a fiscal agent if they are not a full?
I was
Okay.
getting ready to say. That's
Okay.
that's how I met Ruby Taylor.
Ruby Taylor, yes. Uh-huh.
You must be a nonprofit agency or have a nonprofit agency work as your fiscal agent. The whole idea of the United Black Fund is we want to help the community. We want to feed the hungry. We want to help clothe those that don't have things to wear. We want, to help those that are underserved. But we are not a direct serve agency, which means that you can't come to us and we're able to offer you or give you scholarships. We work through agencies that feed you. Consequently, we can do more for many. And we're able to fund up to $10,000. Many other people that come to United Black Fund have never been funded before. They're starting new, okay? And they don't have the criteria that possibly that's needed in one of the larger funding areas. So they come to us and we help them get started.
Yes.
We help them get started. And we're proud to be able to say that we've helped a lot of agencies get on their feet and they're growing up.
Okay, well, listen, we want to thank Marlene Jackson from the United Black Fund. We don't want you to go away. We want you to stay right here and meet one of my favorite students, Erwin Thomas, and his instructor from East Tech, Dr. Shane McConnell from the video production department, and you'll find out what young people are doing these days with their creative side. Stick around. Don't go away. Be right back.